Okay, so hello everyone, very good evening. Welcome to this live stream on 5th March, 10 p.m. So I welcome you here onto this respective live stream. We'll be making up some cool Python projects. Okay, hi Shinchan, very good evening. How are you doing? Uh, yes, Pavan, welcome back. Good to have you here, Pavan. Very good to have you here in this today's live stream. Hi Rahul. Very good to have you here in this today's live stream. Hi Genius Zone. Hello, very good to have you here, Genius. Very good evening, Kavian. Very good evening. Very good to have you here in this today's live stream. Okay, nice. Very nice. So guys, we can start in a very short while. Okay. Hi Amit, very good to have you here in this today's live stream. Rahul, will this project be completed today? Yeah, Rahul, we'll be making up a sort of project which will be completing in the next 1 hour. Okay, yes, we'll be making the complete project today only. Yeah, hi Genius. Okay, so actually Rahul, on each and every live streams, we make up a sort of project that we complete within 1 or 1.5 hour only. We do not leave it for the next time. Okay, so it's like that only. And always this video will be onto the channel only. So whenever you just want to refer out the video or want to have a look over something, you could refer that out. Okay, Kavian, good to hear that out, that you're excited for this project. Yeah, we can just wait out for next 1 or 2 more minutes. Because people are still joining in the live stream. Further, we can start out our for today. Okay, how much Python should we know before getting in machine learning? Okay, Shinchan, if you want to go into the machine learning part, so yeah, Python is completely needed. First of all, you have to go with the basics of Python. Then you have to go for the intermediate. And further, you have to go to the advanced level. So these are the 3 levels, and the complete Python is needed, Shinchan, I would say. Starting from that, what is Python programming language, what are data types, and ending up to the classes and objects, everything is needed. Okay, and right away I haven't moved on to the libraries which you are having. If you talk about libraries, so libraries will be including the NumPy library, the pandas, the matplotlib, seaborn. So these are all as well the part of that Python only. So it's somewhat of like that particular manner here that you have it out. Okay, so I hope I answered up this question for you, and if not, you could once again, if any question, you could put that out and I'll be really happy to answer that out. Great. Pawan, is it possible to share the files? We will do along with you. Pawan, what sort of files you want? Because today in this particular project, Pawan, you do not need any extra file. Only your IDE is the one which you will be needing. Only your Jupyter or Visual Studio Code or your PyCharm or your Spider or your Google Colab, whatever you use out actually, that is the only one which we will be using up today. Nothing extra is needed up, Pawan. Okay, and from next time I would make sure that if anything extra is needed, so I would upload that onto the Google Drive and share the link in the description. So that you can people get the access for all of those respective things, and you can do simultaneously with me as well here. Okay, Pavan? I hope your question is answered, and if not, you could please let me know once again. Great, guys. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I hope that we can start it. Okay, Shinchan, I'm very glad to hear that out from you, that your question is completely answered. Very happy to see that out. Great. So, what we can do up here is that we can, I can brief you out a project a little bit, that what sort of project we'll be making. And further, we can start implementing up the project and the things. Okay, Pawan, great. Okay, fine. So, we'll be using up the tkinter library. We'll be using the tkinter library. It means we will be making up a GUI project. That's your graphical user interface. That sort of project we'll be making. And we'll be using up the tkinter library. So the project is about, we'll be making up a registration form today with the help of Python programming language. Okay, now That registration form will be a sort of thing which you can use up in any of your respective apps or in any of your respective Python projects, or simply that is actually a separate Python project for you making up a registration app, and that perspective you can use up and add up into your resumes as well. Okay, so that is the respective thing which you can do that out here. Okay, so we'll be making up that registration form today with the help of Python programming language and the tkinter library. Genius Zone, how can we share our games to friends? Genius Zone, if you have actually made out any game with the help of Python programming language, so there's an option when actually you can convert your Python file to an exe file. When you convert that Python file to an exe file, that exe file you can share it with any of your friends, and that particular person will be able to check out your project. That particular person will be able to see that what you have developed and will be able to play up that particular game. Okay, so Genius Zone, there's an way of converting Python to that exe format, and Genius Zone, I would try to upload that converting of Python to exe in that particular video in some few days. Okay, I'll be trying to upload that out, so you can refer up that video, and further you can just simply start converting up your Python files to the exe files. Okay, so that is a respective manner you can do that out. Okay, so guys, I would just request everyone that if you haven't subscribed out my channel up till now, so please go ahead, subscribe out this channel for some cool and interesting videos on Python and data science stuffs. So we'll be starting up today, but before that, if you haven't shared this live stream with your friends, so please do share up this live stream with your friends, so that if they even want to make up some cool Python projects which they can add up in their resumes, so they can as well come up here and do those projects out. Okay, Genius Zone, great. Right, so let's get started up here with today's live stream and today's Python project. Okay. Yeah, Genius Zone, I really appreciate that out, and I'll be really happy if you just wait out for the next 1 or 2 days. I won't take more than that. Okay, I would try to upload that video within next 2 to 3 days only, and that's what I'll be doing in the morning AM slot 1. Okay, Genius Zone, so you could just have a look over that. Okay, Kevin, very glad that you have shared up the live stream into your friends. Okay, now I won't waste too much of time here. Let's have up our project out today. Let's start making out our registration form. Okay, now at the last of the project, I would be telling you that what more changes and what more features you can add up into this particular registration form, so that it's a more beneficial one, and you can actually get benefited a little bit more with this particular Python project. Okay, and I'll be letting you know how you can do out all those things at the last of this particular project. So let me start out from here. Okay, let me start it out from here. Hari Krishnan, thanks for doing this live stream. Okay, Hari Krishnan, most welcome for that. I am really very happy that you have joined in this particular live stream today, and really happy to have you here. Okay, Genius Zone, great. And Abhi, very good evening, Abhi, very good evening. Very good to have you here in this today's live stream. Okay, now let's get started out, everyone. Okay, so as I told you, we'll be making up a registration form. That's with the help of Python programming language, and that will be a GUI based. Right, so what we can do is that we can start writing out our project. Okay, so my very first step will be I'll be importing up my tkinter library. So I'm going to write up from tkinter. I'm going to import up asterisk. Oh, what's that out? The line which I have written, what is that actually meant for? What is that actually meant out from? See, listen to me out. Now, tkinter is a library. I told you, whenever you want to make up some graphical user interfaces, and whenever you want to add up some animation, some pictures, some music, some things like that into your projects, or you want to make up some games, things like that, you use up your tkinter library, right? Now, tkinter, I did told you what is that about, correct? Now, when I talk about import asterisk, so what is that actually meaning? So, asterisk actually refers that from my tkinter library, I am importing all of the functions which we have up here in the tkinter. That's what I'm actually doing up here. Okay, from my tkinter library, I'm importing all the functions which are required up and which we have in tkinter. See, the reason for that is, see, what I'll be doing, I'll be writing onto the tkinter. So for that, I need a different function. I will be making some entry boxes. For that entry boxes, I need other variable, other function. I'll be making a button. So for buttons, I need other function. I'll be making tkinter window. So for tkinter window, I need some other function. So it's better not to import too much line by line. Simply import all the functions, and whatever you want to use out, you can use that accordingly. Okay, that is the reason I did wrote from tkinter import asterisk. Okay, Riyansh. Okay, and very good to have you here, Riyansh, in this today's live stream. Very good to have you here. Great. Right, so from this tkinter, I imported a asterisk, means I'm importing all of the functions which we have up here. Now, my very next step that goes is that I would try to make up my tkinter window. Okay, I would try to do that out. So let's say I'm writing up here root. Okay, root is equal to tk, and I'm going to put up the brackets like this. Okay, root is equal to tk, and I'm going to put up these brackets like this. So what it is actually doing, it's making up my tkinter window. This capital T and this small k, that's a function which you have in tkinter, and it's completely responsible for making up your tkinter window. I'm making that tkinter window and storing that into a variable which is root. So now further, wherever I would need the tkinter window, I could simply use up this root variable, and it will do out the needful things. Okay, that's what I am doing up here. Getting down, I'm going to set up a geometry. So root dot, I'm going to write up geometry. And what is a geometry means that what are the size, length and the breadth which you want to give of the tkinter window. Let's say I want to give up something 500 cross 300. Okay, something, this is my respective geometry which I want to assign. So I did make that out. Root dot geometry 500 cross 300. Right, now if you want to set out any background color, so you can do that as well. So how to do that, I could write up here root dot configure. Okay, root dot configure. Inside that I could write a background, and to this background you could assign any color of your choice: white, black, blue, red, pink, whatever you wish out. Okay, so for me, I'll be assigning it a very light color. That's somewhat, let's say, oh no, let's do out this one as a sort of yellow. Okay. Okay, let me do that black. That's the best one which we can prefer out here. Okay, and I'm going to put up these double inverted quotations. Right, I did run that out. I did wrote it. Next, I'm going to write out root dot main loop. Now, what's that function? Actually, whenever I come over the live streams, or whenever I simply post out any video as well related to tkinter, I always used to tell up this particular thing about adding the main loop, because it's very much important for you to understand that why are these particular things being written up here. What if I do not write? What will happen? Right, you shall be pretty much clear with these things. Right, so now let me tell you why am I adding this main loop. See, you wrote your complete tkinter program, make your complete project. If you haven't added this main loop at the last, you won't be able to see your output. Reason is that main loop actually acts as a ending line of your program. Main loop actually acts as a ending line of your program. So till the time you haven't put up this function, and even if you do not have any error into your project as well, it won't display you the output. Okay, that's the respective reason I am using up this main loop function at the very last. So I just want out a confirmation from each and everyone in the chat box that am I clear with all of these 5 lines which I have told you, that what are they referring to and what are these? Am I clear with all of those 5? Okay, Riyansh, good to hear that out. Okay, Abhi, very good to hear that out, that you have done up the things. Further, that's a question for everyone, guys. Am I clear with all of these respective 5 lines which I have told you people here? Am I clear with those? Okay, great everyone, great, fine. So now what we can do up here is that we can proceed. Okay, Kevin, thank you for the confirmation. Thank you, Kevin, for the confirmation. Okay, now what is required is that I did use of this main loop. Fine, now I could proceed on. Okay, Abhi, thank you so much for the confirmation, Abhi. Great. I could move up forward here with the things. Now what I'm going to do is that I would define up my labels, and I'll be making up my respective other things. Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for the confirmation, Rahul. Now I'll be making up my label, I'll be making up my entry boxes, and rest everything will be doing up. Okay. Okay, Pawan, thank you. Thank you so much for the confirmation, Pawan. Great. So I will be making up a function that will be diff, and let me get some space here. Okay, diff, and my function name will be get vals. Okay, what it will do, actually it will help me to extract some value. Okay, and right away I'm writing a pass here. I would I would complete it, but afterwards, not right away. Okay, I would complete it, but afterwards. Now I'll be coming up on to the designing of my complete registration form. So in the designing, first of all, what I want up a very top headline, and that headline should be Python registration form. This headline I want on the very top. So I would first of all make that out. For that, what we do, we use up the label function. Now listen me out very clearly here, everyone, that whenever you want to print anything onto the tick enter window, okay, whenever you want to print up anything onto the tick enter window, always you use label function. As in normal Python, we used to use the print statement, right? In the normal Python, we use print statement, but in the tick enter, whenever you are using, you will always use the label function for writing any single thing as well onto the tick enter window. Okay, so that's a respective thing that you are doing up here. Label is done. After that, it's pretty much necessary for you to add that what is the respective variable name in which your tick enter window is made. For me, it's root, right? So I'm simply mentioning up that respective root variable here. So it's confirming me, it's actually telling me out that root is the variable into which I have stored up my tick enter window. Okay. Next, I'll be using up here text. What's that text now? So text is equal to what do you want to write over the tick enter window? What do you want to write up? Okay. I want to write up in a format that Python registration form. Let's do that out. I want to write up Python or registration form. This particular thing I want to write out, so I did put that up. Okay, now it depends on to you that what do you want to write. You can put up accordingly. Okay, separated by a comma, I'm going to write up the font here. Okay, so what's the font which I want to put up? So font I will be wanting up here to be Arial. Okay, and the size we can put it up here somewhat, let's say 15. Okay, comma, and what I can next do is that 15, and further we can put it in the bold as well. Shubham Kumar, what are we doing in this project? Shubham, we are making up a registration form with the help of the Python programming language. Okay, Shubham, that's today's project which we are doing. We are making up a registration form with the help of Python, and in that the library which we are using, that's the tick enter library, so as to give us the GUI effects. Okay, so font I did mention that I'm using this Arial font. Size will be 15. I want it to be bold. Fine, that's done. Next, what I want, I'll be using up a new function here which I haven't used up into my live streams up till now. I'll be using grid. What's that about? See guys, whenever you want that, you will be assigning, or you'll be giving, or you'll be placing any particular text according to the row and the column value. Then in that particular manner, you use up this grid function. Okay, I would again repeat it out. Whenever you want that we are actually writing up the things according to the rows and according to the columns, so into that particular case you use up your grid function. So that's what I am doing. I'm assigning it as the row as 0. Okay, and I'll be giving it up a column name as column value as well. So let's say column I want it to be the 3. Okay, you can give it according to your choice. Okay, Shubham. Okay, great. So this is what we are doing, right? I did assign up a row value, and even I did assign up a column value. My very first thing has been written over my respective form. That's the Python registration form. Okay. Now, what you can do some more things as well. You can add up some background color as well. That could actually help us out more. Okay. So gr background. Okay, background. Okay, I could just simply write up here bg. Background color you could give it according to you. Let's say I want it to be the light pink. Okay, so I just simply assign that out. Fine. It can work out for you. Now once I would just run this out, and we can have a look over this once, and then further we can proceed on. Okay. So see, this is how it's actually appearing up here. Okay, this is how it's actually appearing in Python registration form. Now further, when you're gonna add up some more things into this, it would help you out in that particular case for the things to be written up. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out right away. Great. So guys, am I clear up till this particular place to all of you that what are we actually doing up till now and what do we have done here? Am I clear? Could you just drop me out a confirmation in the chat box so that I can get up a confirmation here? Okay, great. Fine, everyone, fine. Now we can just proceed in here. Okay, Kavian, thank you so much for the confirmation, Kavian. What we can do up is that we can proceed up here. Okay, we can proceed it up here, and further we can just start adding up some more things. Okay, just give me 1 second. So the use of this particular one, actually this respective tkinter library is in real to add up some GUIs and to make up some things like that. That's the main use of tkinter, and it actually helps you to make up some cool Python projects, and that is the reason this tkinter is really used out a lot nowadays. Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for the confirmation. We can proceed on here. And now it's the time that, okay, now let's discuss that what are the things that we need up onto the registration form. Okay, Shalini, thank you so much for the confirmation. Now, let's discuss that what are the things that you need up onto a onto a registration form. You need up name, right? You need up the phone number. You need gender, you can add country, you can add some payment method. These are some things which you can add up onto your registration form, right? So now we'll be making up some different labels for adding up all of those particular things. Okay, so I'll be writing up here name. We can do it in a manner, okay? Name is equal to, I'll be using up the label. L will be capital for the label because I want to write up this name onto the tkinter window. And that's the reason I'm using up this label. Okay, so name is equal to label. Fine. Now I'm using up this root. So what's that root? I'm putting up root comma. What is the text that I want to put it up here? So let's say my text which I want to put up is name only. Okay, that I want to put it up here. So I did do that out. Okay. Further. Now what is the place where you want to place this out? So I want to place this out over. I could simply use it out name dot grid. I could put up row value, I can put it up as 1, and column value I could put it as 2. So what are the rows and whatever are the column value where you just want to place this out, you can simply use that according to your choice. Okay, now let's say you want these things to be in very much center, then in that case you need to shift that out, right? Let's say you want that name to be onto the very side, so you have to shift that out. Now all of those shiftings you can do that according to your choice. Okay, Rahul, ma'am, the text Python registration form should be somewhere in middle, right? Absolutely right, Rahul, that should be in the middle. So Rahul, for that what we actually do is that when we complete the whole designing of our registration form, then according to your needs you can shift up the things. Okay, Rahul, actually this is what is done in your designing of the app, that once you are done up and write up all of the things, whatever the functions you want to put up, everything you had put it up, after that you shift your rows or you shift up your columns that okay, at this place I want this, at this other place I want that. So accordingly you do up those particular things. Okay, Rahul, otherwise if you do in the starting only, you would get the confusions. Okay, so that is the reason I'll be doing that at the last. Okay, Rahul, hope your question is answered. Great, name is done. Now after name, I'll be adding up the phone. So it's somewhat like that. Phone is equal to, I could use up the label here. What text? Okay, first of all, I will put root, comma, what is the text that I want to put it up here? So text, I could put it up here like this, phone. Okay. Further getting down, I'm going to write up phone dot, I'm going to write up grid. Okay, simple grid like that. And row and value, column values I could add. Now, row only I'm going to change. I'm not going to change up any of the column values. See, column is 2 only. Now, reason I would tell you why. See, listen me out. Actually, we want one alignment. Alignment in the sense, okay, Rahul, thank you for the confirmation. We want an alignment. Alignment means that whatever my name or my phone or these are things that should be in a straight single line, right? It doesn't depend that how many characters I am having, but I want that to into a proper vertical manner to be placed it up here, right? Now that is the respective reason I would keep my row value same and column I'll be shifting that line by line. Okay. Row values are shifting up here, row values are shifting up here one by one, and the column value is completely same. That is the reason I'm doing so. Okay, so accordingly you could do this out. Fine. Phone is done. Next I'll be doing it for gender. So gender is equal to, I'm going to put it up here label. I'm going to put it up here label, and inside that I could put it up like that root. Okay. And text, what I want to put up, text I'll be putting up gender only. So it's gender. Fine. Getting down here, I could put it up in a manner like gender dot grid. Okay. And the row value, I'm going to put it as 3. But my column value is going to remain up the same. That's 2. Right. So hope I am pretty much clear up till this particular place regarding the adding up of these gender and all those things. Now further we are left out with the addition of 2 more details. Okay, now it depends on to you how many details you want to add out. I won't disturb you out in that particular case, but it depends on to you. Okay, now one thing I forgot out here. That's we can put up a background color as well. That could be a little bit more helpful, right? So I could put it up light blue like this. I could put it up here. Okay, each and every one of these we can put up the background color. BG light blue. Fine, you can put it up according to your choice, yellow, red, white, green, whatever you put out. Okay, and here it's again the BG is equal to light blue. So it would make up a little bit good thing, and it will look up a little bit more clear manner. Okay, so guys, if it is can give me up a confirmation that am I clear up till this particular place to everyone? Whatever we have written up so far or whatever we have understood here so far, am I clear with all the things to you all? Okay. Great. Great guys, fine. Now what we can do is that we can proceed on for the further here. Okay, we can proceed on for the further. Now after the gender I have to put up the country, so I could do that out. So country is equal to, I could use up this label. Label is okay, label in the bracket, I put it up in the manner. 1 second. Yeah, I was about to read up some question. Okay, Kevin, thank you for the confirmation. Pawan FG. Okay, Pawan, if you want, you can put up the font color as well. FG is for the foreground. So if you want, Pawan, you can put that FG as well. Okay. I didn't put up because my background color is light. My background color is light blue. So onto the light blue, the black color is the best which suits out. Okay, that is the reason I hadn't put this up here onto this particular name and all those things. But yeah, I'm gonna put up the FG color onto my button. The button which I'll be making, onto that I'll be putting up. So Pawan, if you want, you can put that FG. No worries. How you can do this? Put comma and write up here FG is equal to. I could do it for you. Okay, we can just write FG is equal to red, and this is how you do this out. Okay, if you want, you can. Okay, Abhi, very good. Thanks for the confirmation. Thanks for the confirmation, Shalini. Thanks for the confirmation, Rahul. Okay, thanks for the confirmation, Jay. Thank you so much for the confirmation, everyone. Fine, gender is done. Further, I was moving on to the label for the country. So after that, we are having root. Come on, we'll be having the text. So what text now I want the text to be the country only. So country. Okay, this is my text which I want up. Background color, I could put it up here in the light blue. Light blue. Okay. I could further assign up some rows and some sort of values and the things here. So it will be somewhat country dot. It's gonna be the grid. Into the bracket, I'm gonna put up the row value as 4 and the column value I could put it up here as 2. Okay. Country is done, and last we can put up a payment. Payment like this we can put up. Okay. So that's again I'm gonna add up some label. We can add up the root. What text do you want to print up? I want to print up a text which is payment underscore, let's say payment mode. You can put it out. Okay, comma, we can shift up the background color in the manner of light blue. Okay, I'm gonna 1 second, I'm gonna remove up the slash. Getting down, I could use up payment. Okay, it's payment dot. I could use up this grid, and into the bracket I could put up some row values. So let's say row is my 5, and what about my column? Let's say that's 2. Okay, so yeah, here all of the respective all of the things are being written up, and all of those things have been done. So I added 5 things onto my registration form. The first one is your name, second one is your phone, third is your gender, then country, then your payment. Okay, these are the 5 things which I had added. So can I just get up a confirmation from everyone that am I clear up till this particular place to all of you that what are we done so far? Okay, until the time you people are writing up the confirmations, guys, I request everyone that if you have not subscribed out my channel, so please go ahead and subscribe out my channel so as to get some exciting and some interesting stuff regarding Python and data science. And further, if you haven't shared up this live stream with your friends up till now, so please go ahead and share up this live stream with your friends so that if they as well want, they can come up here and join in and make up some Python projects with me, which you can actually add up into your resumes. Okay, Kevin, thank you. Okay, Jay, thank you. Okay, Arbaz, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, great, everyone. Fine. Okay, so now we can proceed in here. Okay, now the next thing that comes is that what sort of values you will be entering up into your particular methods. Okay, Rahul, thank you for the confirmation. At the last, we're making up a check button as well. Okay, making up a check button, and that will help us to take something like remember me or something like that. That will be adding up. Okay. Now I was talking about that. Now, whenever you want to add up any respective whenever you want to write up something. Okay, let's say you want to make up an entry box. And into that entry box, you have to type something. So for that typing, you have a different method here. That's you have to first define the sort of variable. You have to write a string var, and then further you can do that out according to your choice. Okay, you can do that according to your choice further. Let me show you how we do up these particular things. Name underscore value, my variable name, and I'm gonna give that as a string var. What does this mean? It means that the type of text which I'll be putting up here, we will be simply using up that string var. Mr. Bean, thank you so much for subscribing out my channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Bean, for subscribing out my channel here. So what we will be doing up is that I'll be using up this string var variable. Okay. So a string var is the respective sort of text, sort of variable which will be entering into our entry box. That you have to specify. It's necessary for you. Okay, it's compulsory for you. Okay. So yeah, that's great. And further, I'm gonna do the same thing for all the values. Phone value, I'm gonna again assign that string var. Okay. Okay, phone is done. after phone we were having the gender, right? So gender underscore value, and for gender underscore value I'm gonna again assign that string var here. Okay, further we were having up the country, so country underscore value is equal to string var, and next that's my payment, so payment underscore value is equal to, again it's equal to string var. Like, okay, one second, let me correct that out. It's string var like this. Okay, right. Okay, Pavan Kumar, it's a string var bracket or it's a string var, ma'am? Pavan, you can put up simply like this as well, Pavan. Okay, you can simply put it up in this particular manner as well. It works out. And if you want to put up the brackets, so yeah, those as well work out. Okay, you can put up the brackets, but that individually as well it can work out for you. Let me put those up. Okay. Great, Pavan. Now, guys, might to ma'am, I'm going. No worries, Arbaz, no worries. Now, what are we actually doing up here is that here it might be a problem. It might be a question in some of your mind that phone value, that phone is a numerical. Then why am I writing up a string var here? Okay. See, it might happen that a person who is entering the phone number, that person just put up that plus in the starting and then added my number. Jay Arya, thank you so much for subscribing out my channel. Jay, thank you so much for subscribing out my channel. Now, I was talking about that string var, right? It might happen that the person who is putting up my value, or who the person who is actually putting up this particular one, that I will be writing up the phone number. So it might happen that person can write plus in the starting, plus 91, and further he or she can write up the number. It can happen. So in that respective manner, I had put up the string var, because that plus 1 can be included in the integers. For sure, it had to be included up in the strings only. It can't be done onto the integers. And that is the reason for my complete perfect video correctness, I did add up this string var. Okay. Rahul ma'am, can here we put some restriction that this particular entry needs to be filled, etc., that we do in website design? Yes, Rahul, you can put up restrictions that these particular website these particular all have to be done up, then only you can proceed up. Okay, I would tell you further, Rahul, how you can do that out. Okay, you can make that compulsory as well. Fine. Abdul Kabir. Hi Abdul. I'm doing great, Abdul. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing great. Fine. So this string var is done. Okay, this payment value, for all I have added the string var. And guys, I hope I'm pretty much clear, guys, that why did I actually add this string var here? Am I clear? Could you just give me out a confirmation? That in the phone as well, why I did add a string var? Because phone numbers are the integers, right? Why did I do? Because it might happen that someone put the plus sign in the starting, but if you had put up that plus sign, it won't be counted in the integers. So that's the reason we are adding this string var here. Okay. Okay, Kavian, thank you so much for the confirmation, Kavian. Great. Okay, now what I will do up here is that we can proceed on here for the further things. Now, okay, I always try to tell up in such a way that, see, your first part of your program was importing of your libraries, okay? Second part was simply you're making up your tkinter window and designing up the things. Third part of your project is that you will be simply making up the entry boxes and making up the buttons. So now we are at the last stage of our program, and that's making up my entry boxes into which I could type anything and making up my buttons. That's my last part of the project. Okay, so let's do that out. Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for the confirmation, Rahul. Thank you so much. Great. So, I have to do one more thing. I have to add up, Rahul ma'am, someone writes words instead of phone number. Rahul ma'am, if someone writes words instead of phone number. Now, Rahul, in that case, actually, we have to make this in that much sensitive format him realize this. Yeah, Rahul, in that particular case, we have to make up this particular project in that much sensitive format that he or she actually gets that how you can do, or like you have to strictly write up this particular thing only. Okay, that you have to do onto a very much perfectionist manner. Rahul, I won't be covering that here in this today's live stream, but if you want to that particular thing, you can go to my playlist of Python projects and in Hindi. That's mentioned in the description only. That playlist is there, Python projects in Hindi, that playlist. There you go and check out my login system project. Okay, check out my login system project. There I have completely explained that how you could do this in a particular format, that if a person is not writing integers at the place of integer, then that our project will realize or pop up a message that you have to put up integers here. Okay, Rahul, for that you can refer up that particular video of login system using Python, and the playlist link is in the description. That's the Python project in Hindi. Okay, Rahul? But next time I would try to cover up a sort of project where this particular thing as well gets covered out. Okay, Rahul? Hope this particular thing answered your question and helped you out. Great. Now I could start making up the entry boxes. So name underscore entry, my variable name. Okay, and I could write up here this entry as my function. Into that I could assign up this root, comma. We can write up now that what is the text variable into which you will be assigning for this name. So it's name underscore value. Okay, it's name underscore value. And next what do you have to do up is that, yes, Rahul, that's using this library only. It's using tkinter only, Rahul. Yes, it's using tkinter only. You could check that out. Great. So this name underscore entry dot, and here we are having up that grid. Now grid you can add again. Now row value will change up for me. That will be 1, and my column value will as well change up for me, and that will be 3. Okay. Now I will be trying to make this relatable to this particular. See, here my name text was there. In just front of that text, I want my that particular entry box to appear. So my name and then my entry box. So name is at the row number 1 and column 2. So my entry box will be at the row number 1, column 3, just beside that. Okay, that is the respective method which I am actually using up here. So this name entry has been done, and if you want you can set up a background color for this name entry as well. Okay, Rahul, great to hear that out. Fine. After this we have phone underscore entry. Okay, phone entry, and that's equal to, here you can use up this entry. Again you have the root. What's that? Text variable. So text variable is equal to, okay, Sharafina Binti Sheikh. Thank you so much for subscribing out my channel. Thank you so much, Sharafina, for subscribing out my channel. Thank you so much. So this text variable is equal to, actually here what you can put is that we can put up the phone underscore value. Okay, we can put up this phone underscore value here. Great. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write up this phone underscore entry dot. I'm going to write up here the grid. And that grid will be, now what will change? Row value will change, right? It's going to be row number 2. So row will be 2 and my column value will remain same, because I want my all the entry boxes to be at the alignment, right? And that's the reason. So this is done. Further, this phone entry is done. Now it's the time for gender. Yeah, it's the time for gender. So gender underscore entry. You have to put up your entry in the bracket. It's the root, my variable. What's the text variable? So text variable which I'm having, that's my gender underscore value, right? One second, gender underscore value. Okay, and now where to place this out? So gender underscore entry dot grade, and I'll be placing that. Row value will increase, that it will be 3, but column will remain same, right? So that particular thing has been done. So guys, just confirm me out that am I clear with all these three things which I have written here regarding making up of my entry boxes. Entry boxes, I hope you understand, right? Like whenever you are having a registration form, so you have one thing that lets a name. In front of that you have an empty box, and in that empty box you start typing your name, right? That's what entry box. So this is what we are, that same entry box we are making it up here. Okay, so just wanted a confirmation everyone that am I clear with this particular thing to you all, that what did we do up here and up till now, how we make up the entry boxes. And guys, if you haven't shared up this channel with your friends up till now, so please go ahead, share up this channel and the live stream as well with your friends, so that they can want, if they can as well take up some benefits from this channel in learning Python and data science. So please share up my channel as well, guys. Kevin. Okay, Kevin, thank you. Thank you so much for the confirmation, Kevin. Thank you so much, Rahul, for the confirmation. Thank you so much. Great. Okay, so this gender underscore entry is being done. It's a time for my country. So country underscore entry is equal to, I'm going to write up this entry here. And it's somewhat like root, comma. What's that text variable? So text variable is gonna be equal to my country underscore, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just get back here. So it will be country underscore value. And where I have to place up this country underscore entry dot, I'll be using up this grid here. And I'm going to use up that row is equal to 4, comma, and column value I'll be adding up here as 3. Okay, 1 second. Okay, Rahul, now will these entries be stored somewhere? Rahul, right away I'm not covering that particular thing into this respective video about adding the entries and storing that somewhere. I'll be designing up my registration form. You'll be able to add the things, you'll be able to do everything. But right away, I'm not including that about the storing it into a data frame. Okay, because that's a pretty much very different concept. So we can take this particular thing in the next live stream, that how you can add these all of the things and store them onto a database. Today we'll be designing this completely. We'll be having up all the things. Okay, Rahul, hope this helps you out. Or Rahul, in that case, if you want it early, what we can do is that I could make up a quick video onto this, how to relate and add the data into a database, and you can watch out that and relate it to your project. Okay, Rahul, hope this answers your question. Great. And last, I'm having this payment one, payment underscore entry, that's equal to entry. I'm going to write up here root, comma, what's that text variable which we are writing? So text variable is equal to, I could write up here payment underscore value. Okay, and I could write up here, sorry, it will be my payment underscore entry dot, it's gonna be grid. Okay, and we can write up here row is equal to 5, comma, it will be my column will be the same, that's 3. So all these things have been done, right? My entry boxes have been made and rest everything is done. Now I'm left out with only 2 things. What are those? One of my check buttons and second is my submit button. Okay. Okay, Rahul, sure, I would try to cover that out. Sure, I would try to cover that out, Rahul. Okay. Now what I would do is that I'll be writing up here one thing. I'll be making up a variable that's check value, and I'll be assigning that as int var, like this. Okay, check value int var. Okay, great. Now I'll be getting up down here. See, listen to me. This check var I have added up here. Okay, this as well you people can add it up. Next, I'll be making up a check button. Check button for remember me option. Okay, for that we'll be making up out. So, check underscore button. We can make this out. So for that, how do? You use up a new function which is check button. This particular function you use it out. Okay, whenever you want to make up a check button, like a remember me option or keep me signed in option. So there you always have up a check button, right? So this particular check button function is used to make that out. Putting that in the bracket, I'm going to write up here the root, but no, not root. I'm going to put up my text variable first of all. Okay, so my text variable will be equal to, and what do I want to put up? Sorry, not the text variable, only my text. Text will be remember me. Remember me, like that. Okay, and then starting I'd put up here root comma. Fine, remember me, and further I could put up a comma. What's the variable? And let me get down, then I got add up. So variable. Okay, what is my variable? Variable is equal to check value. This one which we made up right up. Okay, that's done. Where you want to place up this check button? I want to place this up onto the row number. I want to place this up onto row number 6, and my column value can be, my column value could be 3. Okay, just below that I want to place it up, right? So this is how, guys, you make up a check button. Check button, I hope you're clearly able to relate it out, that you make up whenever you are actually registering on a form or signing in somewhere, so you have an option of remember me or keep me signed in, right? So there you have a box, you have to take up that particular box. So that's the same which I am referring to. Okay, so guys, please, if you could just give me a confirmation that am I clear with this particular thing to you all. Okay, just give me out a confirmation in the chat box, everyone. Okay, thank you so much everyone for the confirmation. Now I'll be making up my button as I was talking about. So button, okay, Kevin, thank you so much for the confirmation, Kevin. Button is in this particular manner. I use this up, and what's my text which I want to put it up here? Text I want to put it up here, that's my submit button. Submit, okay, comma, I could give it a command. What's that command? Command will be my function which I had made it up of. Remember, I made this function, that is get vals function. That will be my command. Okay, let's get down here, and I'll be assigning that get vals. But remember one thing, brackets are not to be put it up. Brackets are not required. When you are calling your function in the command parameter, in that case your brackets are not needed. Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for the confirmation, Rahul. Okay, dot, I'm going to use up that grid option, and what will the row? Row will be my 7, comma, what will be my column value? So my column will be, let's say, 3. Okay, so row and this is the column. Fine, the button is as well made up. Now I am left with only one single last line of my complete program, and that's my get vals function. So what do I want? I simply want to print up a statement here that your form is I would say your form is successfully submitted. Okay, submitted. Okay, your form is successfully submitted. This simple thing I want, nothing more than that, right? Okay, Abhi, thank you for the confirmation. Thank you so much, Abhi, for the confirmation. Great. So here I completed writing up my whole program here. Whatever we just wanted to put up here, I just wrote up all of the respective things at one single go here. Right, so now I would just minimize out the size a little bit, so that if you just want to look out over this particular things, that what's needed here and what is written, so you could please refer that out once here. And okay, fine. Pawan, run it, it's amazing. Pawan, did you complete and run out the project, Pawan? Like did you got the output? Because without my running of the project, if you have received the correct output, I will really very glad and very happy that you have got out the like this particular thing. Like you have got up this output without running of my as well. You have got the output. So I'll be really happy to have this particular. That's the reason I am asking. Did you got the output, Pawan? Kevin, ma'am, will this video be there after live events? Yeah, Kevin, all the videos whichever I do the live streams for, all of those live streams are always onto my channel, and this will as well be there. I have a separate playlist for this, that are my live streams. The name for the playlist is live stream. So I have a separate playlist of live stream. So into that, all of the live streams get collected. So if any live stream you want to refer out, you can. Okay. Oh, Pawan, I'm very glad, I'm very happy that you made up the project and you successfully ran that. I'm really happy to see that out. Okay. Now let's run this out here. I would go and click on the run option. Okay, so this is a sort of thing which we are actually getting. The name is not getting up right away because I did showed you out people that how you can change up a font color. Okay, so name, let's say I'm gonna put up Shambhavi. Phone, somewhat, let's say we can put up somewhat like this. Gender, let's say I'm gonna put up the female. Country, let's say I'm gonna put up India. And payment mode, let's say I want to put up online. Okay, so this is how you do up the respective things, and you can click on the submit button. See what I got up onto my console? I got up that your form is successfully submitted, right? So these types of things you can get it up here. This is the sort of project which you can actually include and make it up here. Now, what more I can do up here to make it some more exciting? See, I could actually give up some font type, some font size to this. Let me show you how you can do that out. Okay, let me show you that as well. What we can do is that we can come up here over the labels here. Okay, I could put up a comma here. I could write up font is equal to. Okay, I want to give it Arial. I did. Okay, and further, let's say my size is I can give it 17, and I want that to be in the bold. Now see, I have given and made these changements. Now see the difference into my previous writings and in my new writings. See, my name is coming up at a larger level. It's a little bit more larger, right? See, I didn't added these things before because I wanted to show you a difference. I wanted to show you a difference that if you add one single tool of Teak into, how much change and how much more exciting it can make your project. Okay, and Pawan, your question was, Pawan, in the starting that this Python registration form should come in the middle. So see, Pawan, it automatically came in the middle, right? Pawan, this was the reason that I was not putting this in the middle from the very starting. Okay, that was the reason, Pawan. I was trying to tell you that whenever you make up anything, whenever you design any Teak Inter project, first of all, design it completely. Then do your respective things, whatever you want to do out. Then put up your respective things, put up your respective changes, or then make out the things. Okay, Pawan? I would close this out, and what I would do is that I would add up all of these things on all of those respective ones. Okay, let me copy this out. And comma, I would paste it up here. Okay, comma, I would paste it up here. Because I didn't add it in the starting. I was having a main reason. Because I wanted to show you people that how the projects change and how you can make it up more valuable and more good one. Okay. We can check it out for the check button as well. Let's see it works or not. And I could check it out for the button. In button it will work out. In button I could give it some BG color. That would work out, right? It would look up a more interesting one. So BG button we can give up somewhat. Let's say I want to give up yellow. Okay, putting up a comma here. Now let's run this out and let's check out the difference. Hi Anshu, good to have you here. Now see, all of these are first of all separated. First thing. Second, your registration form which you wrote on the above, that has as well shifted. Third, you are having a bigger remember me button. Next, you are having up a bigger submit button, right? So guys, understand that in Python, these are the more things, these are the things how you can make your project look different from others. Okay, these are the manners only in which you can make your projects look in a little bit more different manners, right? So that's the thing. Now, accordingly, you could add some background picture if you want, okay? And I would make the spelling correct because I wrote up this remember spelling wrong. Remember. Now it's pretty fine. In this particular manner only, you can make up now some more good, you can add up some changes. Okay, you can add some more details into this. Further, you can actually add up some more colors into this. Okay, you can increase the font size, you can make it italics. Instead of Arial, you can use Times New Roman, extra bold, whatever the like text you prefer out, right? Buttons you can make a little bit more larger, and you can add some more color into your button. In the check button, you can add some color, give it some fascinating font, add some, instead of adding plain background, you can add some cool image at the background. So guys, these are the methods, these are the things, and these are the ways that how do you make changes of your respective project here, how do you do up these respective things, and how do you make these out. So guys, could you just please give me a confirmation in the chat box that am I clear with this particular thing? I have one more thing to let you know, but before that, just give me out a confirmation that am I clear with this particular project which I already told you, and how did you like the project? Am I clear with these things? Just please give me a confirmation, then I would let you know some more things which I have here. And how many of you successfully made up this project with me right here in this particular live stream? Let me know. I really want to appreciate those persons who have really made up this project with me right here in this particular live stream. You joined up for 1 hour and you made out that project. अभी आपका समझाने का तरीका बहुत ही अच्छा है मैम. Thank you so much अभी. Thank you so much for saying this out, and I'm happy that you join onto a very regular basis of this live stream, and I really appreciate that out. So yeah, great everyone. Hope you all have enjoyed the project. Now I have my one more YouTube channel, that's UPSC with Shambhavi. So here it is. I want you people that if you haven't gone through this particular one, so go ahead with this UPSC with Shambhavi channel. Try to subscribe this out. Even the ones who are preparing for civil services, where you can refer up this particular channel for the preparation of civil services. Okay? Okay, Kevin, very nice to hear that out. Okay, Abhi, most welcome in that case. Fine. Okay, Pavan, great to hear that out. Great. And the daily videos I post up 10 a.m. in the morning. So in the morning, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesdays are for tableaus. And Thursday and Friday is for probability for data science. Saturday we have live stream in the night. And Sunday morning are for the different roadmap. So tomorrow we are coming up with a roadmap for a data analyst. So if you want to be a data analyst, you could check out tomorrow's video at 10 a.m. in the morning. And live streams, I have changed the time. It will be now every Saturday 10 p.m. in the night, because that's the most suitable time, and that is the respective reason. So we'll be making some more fun projects in the further upcoming live streams. So do join me live again on next Saturday 10 p.m. same time. Thank you so much everyone for joining in here in this today's live stream. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for coming and making up these cool projects. So thank you everyone and take care. Further, we'll see you all in the next live stream at 10 p.m. Okay, bye-bye Abhi. Anshu, I'm pursuing graduation from Delhi University in Economics and want to go for data analytics. Can you suggest me a full-fledged course? Anshu, for you only tomorrow video is coming tomorrow morning 10 a.m. a video is coming, Anshu, and there I have told you as well that from where you can study the data analytics and from what are the topics which you need to study, what you want to focus upon. And even you can refer up my channel as well, because everything is completely covered onto my channel, like Python, SQL, Tableau, statistics, probability, everything is completely there. Okay, so Anshu, you can refer out to channel as well, but for you tomorrow morning 10 a.m. a video is coming. So do subscribe out this channel so that you do not miss out that particular video. Okay, okay, most welcome Kevin. Bye Shalini. Pavan, hashtag code. Pavan, if you are wanting out for the code, so I would try some method for giving up the codes. Okay, okay, fine. Great. So thank you guys. Thank you. I am closing up this live stream for today. We'll see you all in the next live stream on Saturday, same time, 10 p.m. Thank you so much everyone for joining in today.